me, Prabhu. Please send me.
is both to Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj and Rompa Swami Maharaj. Both of
Mm.
them we gave gifts, and we met so many devotees, so many wonderful devotees from Seattle we were able to meet after many years. Is
Mm.
Bhakti Chaitanya Swami Maharaj and Rompa Swami. Yeah, so it was very wonderful. Yeah,
Excellent, Prabhu.
great blessing, great blessing. Okay, many people from Chicago, met many other devotees also, and obviously Haridwar, Rishikesh, Devprayag, we could go to Badrinath, as got cancelled. So I didn't end up going to Badrinath, but yeah, Nityagrang Prabhu and everybody. Wonderful.
Nice, Prabhu. You saw Nanda Sutta, Prabhu, our dear friend.
Yes, I did. I did
Okay.
meet him also briefly. And
Okay, great. Did
Amrita
Yashodathala Prabhu come, Prabhu? Yashodathala?
Yashodadulal Prabhu was not there. Damodar Prasad Prabhu was there.
Oh, okay. Good, good.
Damodar Prasad Prabhu, um, Nityagrang Prabhu, Amritanand Prabhu, Srinivas Gandhi Prabhu,
Hmm.
um Ramesh Pirla Prabhu. I think Radha Vinod is his name now.
Oh, correct. Nice, Prabhu.
Okay, let's start. So I tried to make a few notes. So just maybe quickly chant a couple of prayers, then
Yes.
do the session. Jai Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivar Dhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivar Dhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tiravan Chari Yamuna Tiravan Chari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Jai Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Radha Damodar Radhe Jaya Yashoda Damodar Yashoda Damodar Yashoda Damodar Yashoda Damodar Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Om Gyantimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं त्वं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधा वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी नमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरकृष्णे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत श्री गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम विष्णु पादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चाति देशतारिणी। जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय।
गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय।
जय।
Fortunate on the call is also, this Prabhu is my sister. She knows
Yes.
she is actually my auntie's son. I'm auntie's sister, not his daughter. Sorry, Shweta, her third daughter. Auntie, I'm staying
हरे
with.
कृष्णा माता जी, श्वेता माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
प्रणाम, जय श्री प्रभुपाद।
She has learned saying Dandavat Pranam very well. I think she means it also. So,
She has a Gujarati last name.
devotee. So she basically, she lives here in Bombay only. And Satyasar Prabhu is my very good friend from Seattle since 2002. Satyasar Prabhu has brought me into, and he's still trying to bring me into Krishna consciousness.
I think it's other way around.
हरि बोल प्रभु जी,
We
हरि
came
बोल।
together.
It's other way
Came
around.
together.
It's other way around. He's my best friend, my mentor also. But I'll tell you this, Mataji. I love him so much unconditionally.
That went way beyond.
But
He's our mentor too, प्रभु जी।
yes,
Brother
Mataji.
come guru।
Both of you are
Correct.
definitely not saying that.
And but I want to show negative aspect of him. I love him unconditionally, but he always has a condition. Okay, that is the one thing he has to work on. When I attend his class, he loves me. When I do something, he loves me. Otherwise, I won't hear from him. I won't,
That's true. That is happening. So we're trying to fix that.
Thank
He's
you.
a perfect guru actually, प्रभु जी। A perfect guru has to be like that।
Oh, like that, Mataji. See, the sister is supporting brother.
Yeah. He's
The two
trying.
is to one.
Thank you. Sometimes she's supporting me. That's very interesting. Okay. So we will, I thought I heard a session on, and I think we can do it because it's Kartik month. So it was appropriate also. People are doing, going to Sri Vrindavan Dham. In fact, Shweta is number 3. The number 1 is Manisha, auntie's daughters. They just came back from Vrindavan Dham.
Oh, wow.
So I thought that I heard this lecture. Keshavanand Prabhu was also doing Vrindavan tour, and he's giving a few lectures on Giriraj Govardhan. So I found it inspiring, and I also have one book from Madhavanand Prabhu, Gopalji publications. So maybe this will give me the opportunity to read it also. So I will read that, during the week also, and then, share from that also. Maybe we could do, at least 2-3 sessions on Giriraj Govardhan, and maybe you could share something like that. So I thought Kartik month would be interesting. A lot of times we are doing a lot of things on Tattva, philosophy, which is very important. How do we do our seva and all that? Also at the same time, rasa. How do we develop our deeper connection with the Lord and His Dham? That's what they are talking about. So I have absolutely no clue on these things, but it's good to repeat it, what has been heard. Okay, so Prabhuji was talking about few points. I couldn't really prepare that much, but I will prepare more during the week. But he was giving a few definitions of Giriraj Govardhan. Okay, so the first definition, he's saying that basically, he's saying Giriraj Govardhan is Vardhan. Vardhan means who. Vardhan is a Hindi word also in a way. It's basically it's growing something, which helps grow something. So Giriraj Govardhan. So he was giving various aspects of the word, the meaning of the word go in this regard. And so the first one he's saying is Govardhan actually means Rasavardhan. Rasavardhan. Okay. So Govardhan increases rasa. Is a shelter for all the rasas. Okay. So now he gives a pointer in that basically in Govardhan, at Sri Giriraj Govardhan, all the 5 different rasas, they actually, all the leelas of all the 5 different rasas take place in Sri Giriraj Govardhan. Okay. So other places, let's say Nandagram, there may be more Vatsalya ras only. Okay. Yes, and if you go to Raman Reti, let's say in Vrindavan, there it was Sakhir as well, Lord Krishna and Balaram were playing with their cowherd boys. And you go to Nidhi one, it's a place only of Madhuri Ras, Seva Kunj. So there are different places where different rasas happen, but it's only in Giriraj Govardhan where it's the shelter for all the different rasas. Okay. So in the caves, gufas, there is for Madhuri Ras, for Radharani, Gopis and Lord Krishna. They do their Madhurya Leela in the caves. Then with the for the Vatsalya, because there were even the cows actually have Vatsalya Bhav. They also have motherly also affection for the Lord. So cows are also, grazing there. Plus, I think Prabhu is saying in the class that the elder Gopas and Gopis used to come and see the Lord engaged in his pastimes there. So that way they were also there. Vatsalya Bhav. Sakya, because he was, in Govardhan with all the um,
Voice.
you can say the the waterfalls are there, uh, the grass is there, so many the fields are there on top of it, like that. They are all playing there. So it becomes a playground for all the sakhas. Dasya, I don't think he specifically said anything, but some of the who are the friends, they are also like, they act like servants. They serve the Lord. They
Right.
charge the Lord and this and other things like that. Shant Bhav, I think cows are considered, I think, in Shanta also, but I think he was saying Vatsalya. But cows and many other, even the grass, this, other, everything, all the, trees, I guess, all of these, I think they are, it's a more Shant Bhav, like that. So, Govardhan is giving.
Shant Bhava, how do you say that? Shant Bhava?
So, my understanding of Shanta, in fact, these four are only more active in a way. What I understand from Shant Bhav, Shant Ras, is basically you have the understanding that God is great. So you are in awe of the Lord. But you weren't engaged so much actively in the seva.
Correct.
And
it's
that's
a
when the
passive
Dasya
adoration.
builds on top of that. God is so great. God is so wonderful. On that platform builds the platform of servitude. And that goes to Dasya.
Correct.
In one sense, more active are the, and as you know that every rasa has the individual previous rasa included in it.
Correct.
So Dasya is including the bhav of Shanta. And Sakya is including the bhav of Dasya and Shanta. Right? Vatsalya is including Sakya, Dasya, Shanta. And Madhurya is including the bottom four. So Shanta is, I think, just I have to get that clarification from somebody, but I think Shanta is that God is, you meditate on the God is great. And maybe it's similar to Aishwarya Bhav also.
Correct.
I'm not
It's
clarifying.
passive adoration, right?
It's passive adoration. You think like God is great. I mean, it's passive.
What can I do? I cannot do anything for him.
So as you start thinking about doing something, you get into Dasya. Correct, right?
Correct.
That's the platform. I want to serve you.
Correct. So how is Shanta exhibited in Govardhan, Prabhu?
So it's a good question. We'll come up with questions also. In fact, I could not get the right address for Keshwaran Prabhu, but I'm thinking he can respond to some. Well, I have so many questions actually, even not just Govardhan, but others. But so I will ask this question: how is Shanta exhibited?
So because Govardhan itself,
even the definition of Shanta will also help in that. What is the exact? Because sometimes you hear that, sometimes you even hear that Prahlad Maharaj was in Shanta Bhav. And sometimes you hear cows are also in Shanta Bhav.
So Govardhan, we heard that Govardhan itself is in Santaras.
Okay, this is something that I don't know.
It is Haridasa Varya.
He is the greatest of all devotees.
Correct. So how he serves is he facilitates all the pastimes to happen. Govardhan, but he doesn't actively participate. That's what they said. I heard in one of the lectures. So Govardhan itself is an example of Santaras.
This I had not heard, but that is interesting.
So he just
does not actively participate. This will be a good, because what is the meaning of yeah, that's a good. I didn't hear that before, but because you could say as a mountain, he's not really moving.
But he provides
he facilitates in so many ways everything. That's why you would think that the devotees who are the high, in fact, the session should start with that point, that we know that the highest devotees are the gopis. We know that. But gopis only call out one devotee as the highest devotee. You don't hear any statement from them calling even Yashoda Mai as the highest devotee. They don't say Gopas are the highest devotees. They don't say anybody else. They don't say anybody else, but they say it is the gopis, not even Srimad Bhagavatam. It is in Srimad Bhagavatam, but the statement of the gopis that the highest devotee is Govardhan. Now that's very, if you see, that's what has to be analyzed deeply. How is it that who are we know Gopi Bhartur Pad, how we know are the greatest devotees, but they consider another as a goal, as a greatest devotee, that is Govardhan. So it has to go deeper into this. Okay, what is, so this is also maybe one part of this is Shant Ras. In one sense, all rasas are, are full and are complete, but still there is a gradation we know.
Yes.
But if you are saying Shant Ras, I didn't hear that before, but it is, but the devotees in the highest Madhurya Ras are saying that this devotee is the highest, which is very fascinating. So this is a fascinating, and we'll see, and maybe this Madhur, our Madhavananda Prabhu and all, if in this book they have. So we can go a little deeper into this rasa. And you will see, Prabhuji makes a very amazing point here in the lecture. He says that Govardhan is actually the shelter for, rasik bhakti, rasa. It's rasa bhakti basically comes from the aspect of Govardhan. He in fact says that that's why Pushti Margis, they are all in, Pushti Margis is also rasa bhakti. Rasa bhakti is not sahajiya bhakti. Rasa means this deeper emotional love towards the Lord, right? Raga bhakti. You develop affection for the Lord. And then
so Rasa Bhakti originates in Govardhan, Prabhu?
He's saying it's Govardhan. It's only because of Govardhan that this is there. And now you will go into the details of this. I know in his lecture also he's going into the details. But it's only when you take shelter of Govardhan that the rasa actually comes. That's what he is saying. When you take shelter of Govardhan. So Gaudiya Sampradaya and Pushti Marg Sampradaya, they are taking shelter of Govardhan. And, and even there also, I think the Nimbarka Sampradaya, they are also Radharani, they are worshipping. But he is comparing to Sri Sampradaya, Madhva Sampradaya. They are not so much directly into, Ragama, right? It's more.
Correct.
But he's saying because they are not connected with Govardhan so much.
Correct.
That's why that aspect doesn't go deeper in that. It's Vaishnavism only. But at a higher level, you're comparing the rasa. So he's saying the rasa wise, it basically happens more with, it's Govardhan which is facilitating it all. In fact, he makes a very interesting statement. He says, if you see, Govardhan is basically into rasa because Govardhan is providing to the Lord. What he's providing? He's providing grass, he's providing place to play, he's providing water, he's providing the car, so many other playground, everything. But if you see from a tattva perspective, what do you have to provide to God? God is a provider of everything.
Correct.
But the entire aspect of rasa is opposite to tattva. It's an interesting thing. I will hear his lecture more in detail. But he's saying,
how is it opposite, Prabhu? Because rasa develops the foundation is tattva, right? Then from there you develop.
Yeah, the foundation is tattva, but then as you become so enamored by Lord and you start serving him so deeply that at some point then you start developing love and affection for him. And that affection covers the tattva and makes it opposite to tattva.
Interesting, huh? It's very advanced, maybe.
Yes, it makes it opposite to tattva. So so for example, the daughter, the mother of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, she knows he is Prime Minister. But when she will interact with him, that love that she has for him will overtake that, and she will start, like whatever, she may say, cajole her, caress his face, pat him or stuff like that. She may start doing that. She may kiss him or whatever, she may chastise him, whatever, because that has overtaken the tattva that he is the Prime Minister. It has overtaken that. So that's what has happened in Braj. The rasa is overtaken to the extent that they forget. And Krishna facilitates their forgetfulness. Otherwise, the rasa will not happen. As soon as Jashoda Mai starts thinking, oh, maybe he's God, what's happening? I'm seeing the universe in his mouth. He's God. Immediately Krishna will cover by Yogamaya. Oh, no. Come back to let the rasa cover the tattva. So rasa and tattva are opposites. It's a very amazing thing. Rasa and tattva are opposites. They are not synonyms, basically. And this rasa is facilitated by Govardhan. It's Govardhan which is facilitating because Govardhan itself starts with that. Starts providing to the Lord. Instead of thinking that God will provide to me, Govardhan is providing. And with that, the entire rasa thing starts. Everybody is trying to take care of Lord. Everybody is trying to think he is not God, and everybody is trying to play with him, and some people are going to chastise him, like that. So all of these rasa thing, which is the entire Vrindavan, is what? In Vrindavan, the entire tattva is just has got submerged. And it's rasa which has taken over completely. So when Uddhava is coming and talking about tattva and all of that, they are saying, get lost. Get lost. This is, basically, we know all that, but we are beyond that, basically. We want him as a person here. We want a rasic relationship with him. So Govardhan is the culprit in that sense, in a joking way, you can say, which is the origin of the rasa. Because it is a provider for God. He becomes the provider for God. Who can be a provider for God? But Vrindavan, everybody is trying to provide only for Krishna. So that thing is coming from Govardhan. That is the point. And Govardhan also facilitated all the rasas in the Govardhan Leela. If you see in the Govardhan Leela, which is the most amazing Leela, one of the most fascinating Leelas of the Lord, it is the Brajvasis, all the Brajvasis of all the rasas came together in one place that time only. And for 7 days, whether it was Madhurya, Vatsalya, Sakhya, Dasya, Shanta, all the rasas, they were being they were exchanged between the Lord and the people simultaneously. This was only facilitated by Govardhan. Simultaneously, it never happened. This was the most, that's why it is said, the interesting thing that Indra did a much greater offense of trying to kill all the Brajvasis, is it not? By the Govardhan, this thing, correct, right? He was trying to literally kill by that flood, which had never happened before. He was inundating Vrindavan to kill everyone. If you compare that to Lord Brahma's pastime, Lord Brahma, Vimohan Leela, he didn't try to kill anybody. He only took the cowherd boys away and the calves away for a moment in his time, and then came back. It became a year here, but it was just taking them away, putting them to sleep, no harm to them, and just bringing it back. But when Lord Brahma came to offer his prayers, and when Indra came to offer his prayers, then there was a difference. Through Indra, Lord Krishna talked, gave an instruction, and forgave him and all that. But Lord Brahma, Krishna did not even respond to him. He gave no reply to him. He just ignored him. It was really heavy. That's why it said Lord Brahma came back, was so feeling so bad that he said, I want to now come, not even, I want to come in the, let's say, socially in the Mlecha family. And he came back as Haridas Thakur. So why did that happen? Because apparently Indra's offense was much greater, but Indra's offense was not greater. Indra, in one way, Lord Brahma's offense was completely disliked by Lord Krishna. You know this why? As compared to Indra?
I don't know, Prabhu.
It's very interesting to say that. You would think the Brahma's is much less, right?
Correct.
But Indra's is, when Brahma, in Lord's eyes, Brahma's is much worse. A fascinating reason. The reason is Lord Brahma's mischief, in a way. Or mischief, let's say, he was trying to have some fun. Right? He was just trying to have some fun, in a way. Krishna said, Prabhupada writes that word actually. He was having some fun. So that actually separated the Lord from his devotees. But Indra's mistake brought the devotees to the Lord. Because they all came together. In fact, all the rasas happening together, 7 days, 7 nights, no interruption. Nothing happened like this before or after.
Right.
Every time there was an interruption. Every day there is an interruption like that. No interruption. So Govardhan is basically facilitating like this the Lord. This is one meaning of Govardhan. So you can see, now if you go start going deeper, you will try to see why he is the highest devotee. And then there will be more things as you will see what all more he is doing, the Lord. How much we should go now? We are
So, Prabhu, 1 minute. One question. You said, right, this he provides for the Lord. So the rasa has overtaken the tattva.
Yeah.
So in that way, he is the highest devotee. That's one of the reasons.
So I have to hear the lecture. I don't know if he specifically. No, I'm saying now. I'm not trying to. At least I did not hear in the lecture. We will see if we read and hear. There is a specific topmost reason for him being the topmost devotee. But I'm trying to combine at least multiple reasons he's saying. So correct. I won't say that is the like.
But that's a unique feature of.
Reason why he's the highest.
Correct, but that's a unique feature of his devotion, meaning.
Yeah. So whether one specific reason we can say is that he is the highest, that I'm not sure particularly. We will have to see, read and hear, and then if any particular thing that people.
So Prabhu, yes, I get that. So the point you made, right, the rasa supersedes or covers the tattva, or even goes one step further and
rasa goes further.
Opposes tattva also, that we saw it. But this happens in many cases also, right? Even gopis. Right? The actions doesn't always in alignment with tattva, right?
Yes, that's why entire Vrindavan it happens, na?
Correct.
That is Vrindavan, that they have gone beyond the conception of God being Krishna being God. That's Vrindavan. But he's saying that all that is happening with Govardhan is basically facilitated it all. Correct. Govardhan is everything, all of this rasa is basically Govardhan is facilitating all of these rasic interactions. It's facilitating all of the rasa interactions. And he himself does it by becoming a provider for God. For all of this. Right? He is providing to God He's providing to for all the pastimes of God, these different things he's providing to God. So the rasa thing he started doing, basically. He started, so instead of begging to God being the provider, he's becoming a provider for God. That's the point he's saying. He's become ras. That's the rasa. The opposite has happened. Is happening now.
Yeah.
Should we cover a little bit more, or it's 9:30 here? What do you say?
Maybe one more point we can. I don't know about Shweta Mataji, but.
Okay. So he has given 5 meanings of the word of Govardhan. The other meaning is go means senses, and amongst the senses, which basically Govardhan, which means, and this one I will have to read. I have to maybe this one, I will hear a little bit more than I can get it. But let me make this other point of Govardhan. I will come to that one maybe next time. And this one is Govardhan is cows. Go is cow. So if one who gives facilitates the cows. Okay, that means who gives nourishment to the cows. And there it is mentioned that Namo Brahmana Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jan Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So Krishna, he is a benefactor for the entire Jagat, but first he is benefactor for Go and Brahman, and then for the entire world. So now in a simple understanding, he's saying sometimes we think, oh, Govardhan, because he facilitates the cows with the grass and his other things. That's why it Govardhan. But it is not only just that. Point is, he is not just facilitating the cows, Cows were the basis for the entire economy of Govardhan. It was not just the cows, but once the cows are facilitated, then based on the cow products, the entire economy is running. So it is a facilitator for anything and everything. It becomes the center of the economy is cows, Prabhupada has said. But the cows are based on Govardhan. So Govardhan is the center of the entire, entire economic development of Braj. Entire economic development of Braj is sustained. That means entire Braj is also not just Govardhan, when said Brajvardhan. Because the entire Braj, if you take out Govardhan, it cannot be sustained. Braj cannot be sustained economically for also. So that has to be, that is a very important, just imagine if there is something which is going to sustain you, so here the first point we talk about Rasavardhan, you could say he's sustaining the spiritual rasa, right? He's sustaining the spirituality. In a way, he's sustaining the love. The love of all the rasas means is basically love. The love is being sustained by Govardhan in all the rasas. Right? He's facilitating the growth of all of that. Without Govardhan, basically they're saying there is no rasa. He's only the facilitator of all the rasa. In fact, Radharani, the pastime is there. Radharani said, I'm not going to come. I will not come to the material world unless you bring Govardhan. And Yamuna ji also, she said, Vrindavan has to come. And Vrindavan means the Govardhan has to come. Radharani said, no. Because, so basically, and Radharani and Brijwasis, they are not willing to move out of Vrindavan and, and Govardhan. Because this is, the Govardhan is the shelter of that rasa, basically. That rasa. Right. So you see here, Govardhan is a shelter of all the spiritual rasa, but Govardhan is also the shelter of all material sustenance and material development. So he's doing both.
Correct.
What an amazing thing is that?
Amazing, right?
Serving the devotees in both ways. He is the greatest servitor of the devotees. In both cases, if you see serving the Lord and serving the devotees and the interaction of the devotees and the Lord, of all the devotees of the Lord in Braj. So you could say that is Haridas Varya. He is serving all the devotees in all the rasas, both spiritually and materially.
Correct.
That's Giriraj Govardhan. So Krishna did not, and Krishna did not facilitate this pastime just like that. If he is saying that it is Giriraj Govardhan who has to be worshipped, in fact, you could even say that he is the only one who the Lord told to be worshipped in Giriraj, in Vrindavan. You don't hear of the Lord telling anybody else to be worshipped, because it is also said that he primarily he is a devotee, but it is also said he is the Lord himself also. They both are being said. I think there is discussion in this. Madhavanand Prabhu has also said significantly about this here, like that. But he is the only one basically whom Krishna told everybody to worship. So he is such a servitor of the devotees, in all ways. So Krishna loves the servitor of the devotees. In all ways, material way, spiritual rasa way, all different ways, Krishna, is like that. So this is a special rasa of Vrindavan, basically comes with Govardhan. And I will just say one last final thing I heard in that lecture. He's saying a very interesting thing. He's saying that why did the Brijvasis not leave Vrindavan and go and be with the Lord in Mathura? Do you know this?
No, Prabhu.
It's a good question, yeah. They could have easily walked to Mathura and be in Mathura with him. Also later in Dwarka, but they could have gone, huh? They're dying out of separation, but they're not going there.
That's a very good question.
It's a very good question. They're dying literally. I mean, what can you even say how they were dying? Unbelievable. They were feeling the separation. They're dying literally. How come they are not going? So he's giving a very, very, I mean, I kind of didn't really hear it exactly like this. So it was very fascinating reason. He was saying that, see, they are in a particular rasa with the Lord. Where they interact with the Lord like what? Like they are in a rasa relationship with him. The rasa is that he's like our fellow, he's our friend, he's our son, you can chastise him, you can roll with him and you can fight with him, whatever, right? Like that. So they are in that kind of a rasa with him. But in Mathura, the Lord is like a king, and and even the gopis may think he has so many wives, grand, and this another thing. So they see the main point of Brajvasis is they don't think about themselves. They think only about Krishna. And what facilitates Krishna? What facilitates means what pleases and what is going to make Krishna the most comfortable. He should be most comfortable. That's it. That is love. That you don't think about yourself at all. You are completely out of the picture in terms of what you desire. The only thing is desire of the. So what what will make the other comfortable? So they felt that Krishna will feel uncomfortable or uncomfortable in the sense that he will be. How does he do both the rasas? Because they are in different kind of relationship, and he is a different kind of setup there. How would he do that? That is only possible here. in Govardhan, in Vrindavan. That's why, not to make Krishna uncomfortable, they do not want to go. Because they're only thinking about Krishna. Let him be comfortable in that position as a king, as a grand, this person, as a Kshatriya, this other thing, not as a coward boy. Here he's like coward boy. We have only that relationship only with him. So it will not be comfortable for him. He was saying that fascinating reason. So it is Govardhan which is facilitating this deep rasic relationship where the Aishwarya Bhav and all has completely got submerged. And the Madhurya, sweetest relationship where the conception of him being God has got, is got covered over completely. Is happening with Govardhan, who is the only one who has been around since 5,000 years. I mean, all the other things had actually disappeared. That's the other thing Prabhuji is saying in his lecture. It is the earth was so happy that Govardhan has come because earth knew that the Lord will leave after 125 years of his pastime. Who will stay? Who was there with the Lord at that time, was lifted by the Lord, was walked upon by the Lord at that time? That's Govardhan. So only Govardhan and Yamuna ji too have stayed. In fact, in case of Govardhan, you could even say the exact same. Yamuna ji at least keeps flowing. So, but Govardhan, the same stones were lifted. You see a Govardhan Shila, that stone was lifted 5,000 years back by the Lord. He actually witnessed and facilitated the Lord, that very stone, those stones. So Govardhan was there, is there, and now will be there for another, maybe 2,000 years. So can you see this is the only devotee other than Yamuna ji who are there since that time. Others were established by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu later. Manasi Ganga, the temples, Radha Kund, Sham Kund, they were all discovered and again established by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his disciples. But Govardhan was always there, So this is the glory of Sri Giriraj Govardhan, Sri Giriraj Govardhan ki jai. Namaste Girirajaya, Sri Govardhan Namine, Ashesh Klesh Nashaya, Paramananda. This is the word.
Baba, which sloka is this?
This is a shloka which they sing in the offering to Giriraj Govardhan. This is a pranam mantra, one of the pranam mantras. I think there are two pranam mantras. This is one pranam mantra, which they say in Giriraj, mostly in GV, Govardhan Parikrama. Namaste Girirajaya, Sri Govardhan Namine, offering obeisances to Giriraj and Sri Govardhan, whose name is Govardhan. Ashesh Klesh Nashaya, that means without any limit, he destroys all the kleshas, destroys all the difficulties. So he is a protector actually. So it's said that in Vrindavan, like generally the Lord Narsinghdev is worshipped, right? As a protector.
Correct.
But in Vrindavan, and you are a worshipper of Lord Narsinghdev, but in Vrindavan, it's the Lord Govardhan is worshipped as a protector. In Vrindavan, it is Govardhan. He acted as a protector. So Ashesh Klesh Nashaya Paramananda Daine. He gives unlimited, the highest ecstasy. Destroys all the obstacles and destroys all the difficulties and gives the highest unlimited ecstatic bliss. This is the one of the prayers. There's some pranam mantra also. Another one is there, I think. But this is the more common one. At least in GB, they say that. Jai.
Super, Baba, wonderful.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram.
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Any other final or let's say a quick thing, both yourself and if Shweta Mataji is also there, they can just share one quick thing which you found interesting or which is stuck to you, or at least one thing I think we should say in the end. Okay, this is, or even as a practical application. I think that maybe that's even better. So I call it reflection, question, application.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting, Prabhu, because how you said is Rasa Vardhan, which increases the rasa, the relationship with the Supreme Lord. And the first time I heard that is the origin of the original 5 rasas.
I mean, origin in the sense, that's probably not the right word, origin. But he's the one who, no, I didn't say origin. What do you mean origin?
I see. You said that somewhere.
Not exactly that he's the origin, but he is the one who facilitates all the 5 rasas.
Okay, he facilitates
and
all
the
5.
rasas cannot basically, he's saying he facilitates all the rasas, and in Govardhan Leela, all the rasas happen simultaneously. And basically, he's saying the rasa in the sense that he's saying the rasa happens with let's see what the exact word he uses, but rasa happens because of Govardhan. He's not the origin of the rasas that way, but he was putting it in a way that Govardhan being placed there himself becomes a provider for God. And that way it facilitates for all of this rasa to start happening.
So, Prabhu, then we can say like this, Rasa Bhakti happens in Govardhan.
You can't say he's the origin of the rasas.
Correct.
That would not be the right word. In one sense, Krishna is the origin. I mean, that way Govardhan is Krishna. But we are talking about Govardhan as a devotee primarily.
So
Krishna is the Raso Vaisa. He's the reservoir of all the rasas. Correct. But he's the one who facilitates it with, what he's saying is the whole Braja is basically rasa bhakti. And that happens primarily with Govardhan. Govardhan facilitates it all.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you take out Govardhan, basically, then it's not there. Rasa bhakti is not there.
Correct. Got it.
That's the point. It's not there. That's why Brajvasis don't even want to go out from there. Because that's the Rasa Bhakti is basically facilitated by Govardhan, by him, like that. So he becomes the place, the origin, he's the place. He's the place for Rasa Bhakti. That's it. And he himself becomes a provider. So Prabhuji is saying this because him becoming the provider, he let's say becomes the first one in a way. He's already there, and that's what he's doing. He's providing for God, and everybody else starts doing it. Like that.
Correct. So it is only, my understanding is that it is only when you take shelter of Govardhan, you develop rasa.
Yes.
Right? And
that's the point he's making.
Correct. So that's the main
of Govardhan.
So that is the main takeaway for me.
That's a very, very important thing, huh?
Correct. Right. And as we take more shelter of Govardhan and develop the Rasa Bhakti, then of course we in advanced stages we experience this how rasa supersedes tattva. In some cases it goes against it.
Yes.
So that's
so this whole thing is happening in the magic is happening in Govardhan. It's like a magical thing. Otherwise, if you think about it, people either don't believe in God, but if they believe in God, only believe in God or they understand God God is great. That's most of the time. Flip happened when you become the provider for God.
Correct.
That flip is happening. It's a flip. That flip has happened with Govardhan, he's saying. It has flipped. This is a big flip, actually. We think the whole thing is a flip, right? The Vrindavan has turned everything upside down. But Krishna is being chastised. God is being chastised and God is loving it. God has become a naughty. God has become a thief. Everything's got upside down. So that's the thing. So that was your main takeaway. Any in terms of action you can think of or application?
I just meditate on this, just to take shelter of Govardhan, because I didn't have this. I'm a Narsingha worshipper, right? Narsingha. So I need to start seeing Govardhan also. He's a protector. For Asika Bhaktas, Govardhan is the protector. All right. So
Yeah,
worship
this
the
I
Narsingha in
definitely heard.
Govardhan form.
This I definitely heard. Maybe it is. He was saying in Vrindavan, he is the protector. That's why they go to him. In fact, Gurujan Prabhu, he has made this Govardhan Retreat Center. And I heard that whenever they had difficulties in some of the construction and everything, he told his disciple Vrindavan Vinod Prabhu or somebody was there. He said, they just go and make an offering to Govardhan and pray. That's. And the Prabhu used to say, Arey, but practically what solution? I'm doing this construction and all of that. And Gurujan Prabhu will say, no, you go and pray to Govardhan. He will protect. And he's saying it happened again and again, and miraculously they have built this wonderful retreat center. I haven't visited that yet, but so that's what they were saying. It is at the foothill of Govardhan.
Correct.
So for everything Gurujan was saying, you will take shelter of Govardhan, he will protect you. So
that's pretty interesting, Prabhu.
That's a very. So we have to develop. We can't be only just the philosophical this like that, Prabhu. We have to. That's for me a practical this thing that this Leela and the pastimes of the Lord, the rasa, the devotion, the emotion for the Lord as a person. The Lord writes this emotion. At the end of the rasa is not a. Let's not take rasa philosophically. Let's take rasa emotionally. It's an emotion. It's being a friend, being a father, mother. These are even being a servant. Dasya bhav is an emotion. I want to serve you. I have to develop that emotion. We are also practicing the dasya bhav, right?
Correct.
But the dasya bhav, that's what the others will. Others are in that sense is up to the Lord. But even in dasya, the perfection is dasya bhav itself. In that sense, it is the it is kind of, you can say, it is all pervading dasya bhav. So we are trying to this dasya is an emotion. I will develop an emotion for this person, Krishna, the supremely best person. I want to become like I know he is my best friend. So Hidam Sarva Bhutana. We call each other our friends, right? Like that. I know he's my best friend. This emotion has to be there with the Lord. Like that, This emotion has to come. So that way, I'm trying to think it that way. So we are not looking for the emotions in this world. Otherwise, we will be just advertisement industry, they are all trying to take away our emotions. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, don't give your emotions to this world like that. Essentially, he says that's our wealth. These emotions are for the Lord. And that's the rasa. Rasa, what is rasa without emotion? Rasa is the ultimate culmination of the deepest emotions, right? So the emotion has to be developed, because in Tattva there is no emotion. Tattva is just, okay, this is the truth. Tattva, this is the truth. This is the truth. That's it. This is the philosophy. This is the truth. That's true. We need to have that. But on that builds the fact of I have an emotional connection, a relationship with my Lord. That's how, then we develop that, then we're able to cry out for him. We're able to serve him, not just as a regiment. I have to serve because I know that is the right thing to do. That's okay. That's a good start. But not just because of that. It's the right thing to do. It's a regulation, this, like that. That's why I'm doing this seva, whether I'm doing a BRC or whether I'm building a temple in Austin or this or whatever we are doing. Because it's the right thing to do. like that, like, no, can I go beyond that and try to see that, oh, I have an emotional relationship with Krishna and his representatives, and this is the most beautiful, it's, offering to make for them, like that, for Krishna and his devotees, facilitate his Krishna's mission. Krishna came in the form of a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhupada, like that, how I connect with them. And so this is my offering to them. This is my
But Prabhu,
service to them. We have
I
to do it
mean,
like that. This is life.
correct. But we also need tattva, right? Otherwise,
100%. So it's always both. It's always both. You don't, that's why we have to, what will happen if you only do rasa, you will become a sahajiya. You only do tattva, you will just become a dry philosopher. You don't want
correct.
both. You don't want to go either this thing, what you said, philosophy without religion is just mental, what is it called?
Mental speculation.
Mental speculation, or like that, the religion without philosophy, I'm trying to do something. People say, in that way, religion will say rasa, without understanding the philosophy. That's just a, what did he say? But in this context, you can say this is that is
Religion
a sahajiya.
without philosophy is, what is it called? Sentimental. And
It's just sentimentalism or fanaticism at the worst, he said.
correct.
At best, it is sentimentalism, or it can be fanaticism, which is religion without philosophy. Philosophy without religion is just mental speculation, or just dry philosophy. What is there in that? It's there in any relationship. You have to have a know that what is my relationship with him, like that, all of that, but then you have to develop an emotional connection with that person also. And then you serve, or with your child, let's say, he's a child, the facts and everything. Then you have an emotional connection with the child also, or with your spouse, or with your father and mother, everything. That's the real relationship. You need to have both those aspects properly in place. So they will be both be there. It's not like tattva is. So it is said that the Brajvasis know, but it's just that they have overwhelmed to that they forget it. But then you will see in their prayers, they will remember it also. When Krishna is gone, they will say, oh, you are the supreme, like that. They will say that also. So there is a lecture by Keshwananda Prabhu. He says that gopis, you are there. In their prayers, they are saying. But their love overtakes it. So that's why we develop our philosophical knowledge very deeply, more and more. At the same time, we do not, we also have to learn these pastimes. We also have to develop this connection and emotion with the Lord. This is what Govardhan Ji is bringing. Otherwise, you'll just become dry philosophers. How would we cry out for Krishna at the end of the day? Do we have a deep relationship with Krishna, or is just I've just understood it? At least I just remain at the intellectual platform so much that sometimes we just require to cry. What are we doing 2 hours crying? Actually, at the end of the day, that has become crying for Lord. What is this? You could say it's a rasa only, no? Just crying, just calling out somebody's name 2 hours a day. It seems like madness. But actually, it's supposed to become mad. So mad means rasa. Mad cannot be just with tattva. There will be the tattva that he's the highest, the greatest, and everything, but then the rasa. So anyway, that's this thing I'm taking from this, that try to, on a daily basis also, and while chanting also, remember that I want to emotionally connect and deeply emotionally also serve the Lord. Like I would serve a person who I have a relationship with, not just not just like I'm doing at work, like I'm doing with a family member. Correct, no? It's my practical application I would like to take. Shweta ji, I don't know if you are there. If you are there, you can say, but you may not be there.
Hare bol.
Yes, you wanted to say something?
Yes, it was really so wonderful to hear. Prabhuji can understand Hindi?
Yes, I can understand
No,
little
he
bit.
cannot understand that much. You speak, he cannot understand much because
So actually, almost everything was new for me in this session. Hardly anything was which I have previously heard from Bhaiya or Advait Prabhuji. So, so much about Govardhan. I feel I didn't knew anything about Govardhan. So it was really so wonderful to hear all these
Prabhu
things.
ki jai.
Yes, you are so humble, Mataji, but yeah, I agree with you. Even I didn't hear many of these things.
This is the glory primarily of Keshavanand Prabhu. Primarily, I'm taking from him. Other Prabhus also Maharaj says.
And that one particular Leela or what we will say, that why Brijvasis didn't left Vrindavan and went to Mathura. This was so different thing to hear today. So I really love to hear all this. And I was almost I was in that place, I think. We start imagining. So yeah, that was also beautiful to imagine everything, like Brijvasis are not ready to leave Vrindavan. And just now we got to know the reason why they are not ready to leave Vrindavan. And also one more thing which was new was gopis consider Govardhan as the topmost devotee. So this was also very new to me. That Govardhan holds so much importance that today I came to know.
Yeah. Gopis are the highest. They consider Govardhan the highest. That's really amazing. I think about it that way.
I thought you will say, when you were discussing Bhaiya, I thought you will say that gopis considered Radharani as the topmost devotee. But Govardhan was shocking for me to hear.
Yeah.
And then we got to know the reasons. Like Govardhan was serving Lord and was serving devotees also.
Yeah. He's serving both. And he's serving all the devotees in the best way all the time. And not just that time, still now he's serving. He didn't leave. He's staying here. He's like, he was giving the example like Lord Ram has left, but Hanumanji is still here actually in this material world. He's in Kim Purusha Loka. So, Govardhan is still here. He's holding ground, as they say.
Right.
And Bhaiya, with your permission, I want to share. Okay, first I will ask Prabhuji. Prabhuji, do you wish to visit Vrindavan immediately in this second?
Yes, Mataji.
Go ahead.
Please take us.
Oh yeah, you can show the Vrindavan. There you go.
Yeah, and Bhaiya,
Yeah,
I
she has
want to
made
share.
a beautiful Vrindavan at her home, Prabhu.
I want to share it.
Yeah. Show that right now. That's a beautiful thing.
So you will have to stop sharing, I think.
Yeah.
Only then I can share.
You make her co-host.
Yes, that's wonderful. Please. I forgot about that you would still have it. That's so nice. She has a Govardhan in her dining table. In her room, she has made the complete Govardhan. In at least, like, I don't know, it's like at least 8 feet by 4-5 feet area. Complete Govardhan.
Prabhuji, you have to make her co-host, right?
No. She can share without that.
Okay.
She can share without that, yeah.
Actually, I don't know how to share. My son is helping Prabhuji. I've never done this.
He will. Yeah. Yeah, Haribol. Pranams.
Okay, I'll take you. Maybe we are unable. I will take you live. Cameras directly.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
So that's their Govardhan. She has made all this. Yeah.
My goodness.
Entire Vrindavan is there basically. That's the Goshala, the gopis.
Wow.
This is Nanda Bhavan.
Wow.
This is Sri Radharaman.
Krishna. Amazing,
And that
Prabhu.
is Giriraj Govardhan. Hari Bol.
Ki Jai. That's a beautifully done. Mataji, those stones are real Govardhan stones?
No, Prabhuji, but we can definitely feel so.
Okay.
No, obviously there's no way to get a real
I wish
Govardhan.
I get one next time when I visit Vrindavan.
No, but you
Okay.
cannot take, you know that you cannot take Govardhan stones unless
Oh,
some very big Brijvasi gives you, there is no way you can bring a Govardhan stone. It's a big aparadh.
Prabhuji, can you guess this?
Oh, Radhakund and Shamkund?
Hari Bol. Nice.
That's amazing. Very creative, Mataji. They should be connected, actually.
They should
Maybe
be
you want
connected. Yeah, maybe they.
Krishna to come and connect it for you.
Yeah, Srila Prabhupada,
Jai Prabhupada ki Jai.
Radha Modar.
My goodness, it's
That's the
beautiful.
naughty boy, as they say in Vrindavan.
Correct. This Barsana or
Kusum Sarovar.
Kusum Sarovar? Okay.
Can you guess, Prabhuji?
Kusum Sarovar.
Yamuna ji.
Yamuna ji.
Oh, Yamuna ji.
Yamuna ji, Kusum Sarovar. Yeah.
Nice, nice, Mataji. Bhajan Kutir House.
Good. Yeah, houses of Brijvasis.
Okay.
Radha Shyam Sundar.
Radha Shyam Sundar, okay. Krishna, this big.
Radha Gopinath.
Jai.
Amazing. Jai ho, this you can guess.
Amazing, Prabhuji.
The most important. Radha Madan Mohan.
Sanatan Goswami, right?
Yes.
This Rupa Goswami, okay. Sat Goswamis. My goodness, this is amazing, Mataji.
Thank you,
This,
Prabhuji.
this is Vamsivar?
Prabhu is a temple president in ISKCON, Austin, in America. If he had the opportunity, he will take it and put it there.
I can take it actually. Mataji, can you send it to me, the entire setup?
Oh, it would be such a great pleasure for me, Prabhuji. And I'll get an opportunity to maybe make it again then, in that case.
Okay.
Varsana.
Mataji, can you do me a favor? If not too much work, can you do a video recording of this
She has done it.
with the music and send it to me? I want to send it to my congregation and inspire them to
Prabhuji.
do this in our temple here.
They can replicate it.
Yes, Prabhuji, sure, I'll do. Actually, a few temples need to be added. This is
Okay.
Nidhivan.
Nidhivan, yeah. Beautiful.
Amazing.
Actually, I missed on some important temples. So I'll do that and then I'll do a recording and
She's
send it to
added. The
you.
Krishna Balram Mandir has to be added.
Baki
Please send it to
Bihariji
me,
needs
Mataji.
to be
I really
added.
want to inspire. We have a big the North Indian devotees in our congregation,
Okay.
like maybe 100, 150 families. They are pretty talented. If I show them this, they'll be inspired to make one for temple.
Yeah, Prabhuji, sure I do. I need to add Govind Dev Ji, then Baki Bihariji and ISKCON temple. So 3 to 4 temples need to be added. I'll try to complete it as early as possible and do that recording thing.
Nicely done. Fantastic. Krishna.
Almost
And
amazing. When
Prabhuji,
he's saying that, I'm almost feeling like why shouldn't all temples have a replica of Vrindavan, you know? How pleased will be
Yes.
Prabhupada by that?
Yes, Prabhu.
And Prabhuji, you can guess actually who is the mastermind on this.
Balram Leela Prabhu?
Yeah, he is the
I'm
mastermind.
definitely not the mastermind. She
Mataji,
thought
where do
about
you
that
live?
completely. And then
He is
one day
Prabhuji.
she called me, so I gave some thoughts. That's it. And no other.
Yes.
So those thoughts are on this table right now. What you see?
No. That's very
Nice,
hard.
very nice.
That
Mataji,
was-
where do you live in Gujarat?
she's
No,
from-
Prabhuji. Mumbai itself, in Palava city, Lodha Palava.
Awesome. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Very nice display.
Thank you for giving so much time, Prabhuji.
You
in
took
watching
us to Vrindavan for sure, Mataji. Seriously.
There is a naughty boy now at the top. He's trying to throw some pebbles. Huh? He's playing that pebbles thing and throwing on the Vrindavan. Yeah.
Oh, yes. I forgot to show a close-up of him to you.
He's trying to destroy your Vrindavan.
No, his target is that makki. Makhan.
Makkan.
Amazing.
Beautiful, Mataji. Thank you for showing this. Amazing.
Share that video. Yeah. I think now I thought, so many devotees. It's not a big, that much of, in temple, people should take out that much space and have a replica.
Much more can be added actually. Much more can be added for temple. They will have a lot of space.
So, Mataji, you made it this one?
Sorry, Prabhuji?
You made it? You made all these things?
He made everything.
Uh,
I mean, then she purchased some things, but she basically
Sure.
made everything.
Yeah, actually, these trees I have purchased, entirely all the trees I have purchased from Amazon. And
Sure.
these temples, the idea behind these temples is Bhaiya's only. He suggested for this sunboard printing.
Sunboard.
Yeah, it looks a 3D look of.
Correct.
Yeah, and this temple, myself and my son helped me in this. Only
Nice.
this one temple is in 3D.
Okay. The
Yeah.
rest are 2D? Okay.
Yeah, rest all temples are 2D. And Govardhan, rest everything almost we have made it.
Okay. Maybe you
And
can make Krishna lift
Gaya we
it
have
out there.
purchased. Gaya we have purchased. I didn't made it. We could have made it from clay, this clay, but I was not sure. So I purchased most of them.
Nice. Very
Here
nice
it's
show.
Yashoda Maya.
We can see that.
Oh, Jaho.
Can you see a small tulsi plant from?
Yes, I see that. What a
All these
creative work, Mataji. Really, I'm impressed, Mataji. You really took me to Vrindavan now.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
And kudos to and kudos to your son also. What is his name?
Ishan.
Ishan, very good job.
Ishan is how old is Ishan now? How old is Ishan now?
Ishan is he's 13 now. 13 complete.
Okay.
Hi, Haribol.
Jai Mataji. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Please send the video.
Yes.
Yes, but after doing the balance temples, which are remaining, I think I should be first doing those. Then I'll send a video to Prabhuji.
Okay, Mataji.
Is that better, Prabhuji?
Yes. You can send this, and next you can send the version 2.
Yeah, I already have a
version. Send that one you have created with the music already. Anyway,
Correct. Send one.
Okay, fine.
What
fine,
you
fine.
have?
Send another version later.
Correct, Mataji.
Yeah, sure. That we can do.
Excellent. Thank you, Balaram Lapo, for inspiring your sister to make such a Vrindavan.
No,
Vrindavan
she was already
house.
making. I just put some. I told you she was already making it. While after she made more than half of it or something like that, then she showed some points.
No. I had just done that Nand Bhavan and Gaushala, I think. And that day we had a video call. So actually, real Vrindavan came only because of that call. If that call wasn't there, I would have gone for Prem Mandir and I think some 2-3 temples I would have just landed up. I didn't knew that these temples hold most importance.
Hmm.
So all these would have definitely skipped. I would have covered Govardhan, but not all these things which came up finally. So it was just because of that call with Bhaiya.
Nice, nice.
With
Okay.
pleasure, but if I really feel like so many temples should have this. So it will be
Yes,
nice.
Prabhu.
You can inspire devotee. All ISKCON temples should have this. If you have Radha Krishna, Vrindavan replica, now I'm feeling like really, Vrindavan replica should be there somewhere.
Right.
In some place we can, you know, it will be nice. Okay. Very bold.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you
Jai
very
Ho.
much, Prabhu.
Prabhat.
Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Shweta Mataji.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Nice,
Prabhuji.
nice to meet you.